Fire in the hole. Welcome back to another episode of Two Parents and a Podcast. Today's episode is the relationship Q&A, not parenting Q&A, relationship.
I have a question.
What?
It has nothing to do with relationships.
Okay.
And it is for both of you and maybe the internet. Okay, so you're wearing this cool sweatsuit, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it looks really good. It's from a cool brand called Form.
Thank you, Sammy Spalter. She sent it to me.
And this is not an ad. Now,
No, it's not an ad.
It's the Form. There's a bunch of very cool all-women's brands like Form. Why don't these brands do drops for men? Like if Form did a drop for like the partners, would you not buy that?
Yeah.
Like I would love like a brand like Form, like a male fit, and not to be sold all the time, but like imagine for the holidays, if we could get like the guy girl version.
Daily Drills did baby drills.
So is Daily Drills an all woman's brand?
Yeah.
Yes, like a Daily Drills drop for men.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. They did a drop for baby.
Why don't we ask them?
I would love that.
We'll get a drop.
I would love that.
Um,
Or a Form drop for men.
yeah.
Just in and out.
I love it. No, I love it. I love it.
In and out. Because I remember Outdoor Voices kind of did that back when that was a thing.
But Outdoor Voices has men's.
Stuff.
But I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Okay.
That was like a big.
You know what? I got to push back. I'm not as into it. I like the girls' brands doing girl stuff. I just think like
We can't have a moment.
No. Their target demo is female, and like it's not broke, right?
But like it is smart because their target demo is female, and who's buying clothes for the males?
I guess it would make
females.
sense for the holidays
Yeah, something.
to buy a gift. I really want to dial in your Christmas gifts because we're traveling. So I want them to be, and I don't think we can necessarily ship them to this ranch, so they need to be able to fit in my bag. So I'm going to start thinking about this. Keep you guys posted.
Doing Christmas on the road does create some unique logistical dynamics.
But it's fun. It's so fun. I love it.
I love it too. You know me, big Christmas and Hanukkah guy.
We're big holiday people.
Big holiday people.
Gonna do our holiday lights. Holiday card. Loved the photos.
Came out great.
I need to text the neighbor. My go-to neighbor for like, who's your florist? Who's your this? Who's your that? I'm gonna ask her, who does your Christmas cards, your holiday cards? And we're going to get them dialed.
How many are we going to send?
I don't know. We got to look at the list. We got to add to the list because now we have all of our Austin friends.
I suggested, I think that there's nothing that I've done more of a 180 on than holiday cards.
So Harrison even said after we went and took the holiday photos, I'm really glad we did that. He suggested to his friend that they should do it.
It's less for the moment and more for the memory. Like I love in 20 years, we're going to be able to look back and recall all of these holidays. Maybe we should do cards for every holiday.
No, I love because it's a lot to do one a year.
An Easter card?
Some people do.
Bubber is a bunny?
Oh my gosh, she was a bunny last year. Can we talk about our doctor's appointment yesterday?
You know what Harrison would normally say
This is turning
this time
into a Thursday episode.
This is Thursday episode conversation.
Yeah, okay, so we'll save it. Jules, on Thursday I want to talk about our doctor's appointment.
Okay, perfect.
And our birth plan.
Oh.
Ooh.
Because we have it.
Okay.
Okay. I have the first relationship question that was not on the list.
Okay. What is it?
Okay. Are you actually getting married that November 8th, 9th weekend? Because I feel like us declaring that on the pod caught a couple people off guard.
It was a tough day for my phone. Some of my friends were like, what? I was like, no, I don't know. It's a Wednesday.
Like, we discussed that live. That was live. That date is not confirmed.
Not even close.
Just so we're very, very clear on that.
I storied it and I said,
That
we
was-
might have our wedding date.
Wait, what?
No. That's the problem.
Hold on.
I got that screenshot sent to me 100 times.
Hold on.
I have to get people to watch the episodes.
Family members were responding, being like, what? I was like, no. Oh my God. And I saw it. So Julie does. I do all of my stories except for Thursday morning. Julie posts the podcast stories. Sometimes I go and look at them and I think, oh no. This one said.
So what did it say?
we might have our wedding date.
But we might.
Yeah, you guys said
No. I gotta
use
defend
the
Jules now.
language that you
She doesn't
use.
do
Might
clickbait.
was in there, then that's fine. I just want to be very clear. That was us brainstorming the wedding date, not confirming the wedding date.
We haven't done one ounce of wedding planning.
And one thing that I do love about this podcast is like it does create these, like what the podcast has really turned into is like true, like I'm blanking on the word
It's a
here,
lot
but
of
like
our first time conversations.
it's real conversations. And yes, thank you. A lot of the first time that they're having them. So it really is about like a true, honest, open look at our lives. So yes, for the record.
We might have it, but it's
Yes.
not like not one thing.
Okay.
We haven't done one thing.
For the record, I said we think we might have our wedding date, exclamation
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Jules, you don't miss the mark on those.
No, she's
so
very
Plus,
goddamn-
did a little wedding weekend planning live on the podcast.
yeah.
which
was
was
So
what we did.
that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Well, do we want to just dive in
Yeah.
to the questions? Okay. Number one, you take this. Take it away. How did you two meet?
I feel like the listener would want to hear this from you.
Okay. I went to dinner at Checky's in New York. It's such a fabulous restaurant. They have the adult Happy Meal, which is a martini and french fries, with a girl named Anna, who is a mutual friend of Harrison and I's. And while we were there, we were talking about relationship statuses. And at the end, she very nonchalantly, I did not know Harrison asked her to do this, so kudos to her. At the end, she was like, well, I mean, I don't know, but now that I've gotten to know you a bit, I do have this guy that like I do think you would get along with really well. And I loved her so much, I was like, you can totally set me up with somebody. So the next day, she puts you and I in a group text and says what? I bet we still have it. Harrison meet Alex, Alex meet Harrison, and then I went and followed you.
I kind of think that we need to read the text. Okay, we've never. I don't know what this text says because I haven't looked at it since the day of.
This is fun.
But,
I'm going to story it and say we might have read the text message
thank you.
That set
live
us
on the
up.
podcast.
Okay, so here's the text. So
You have the text, show me.
I have the text right here. Harrison and Alex, good morning. Find some time for a beverage when you're both in the big bad city and have fun. Okay, so that text was sent at 8:21. At 9:12, Alex replied and said, good morning, sunshines. Thanks, Anna, and hi, Harrison. And I said, thanks, Anna. We'll message you direct, Alex, to set something up.
And you did.
Both of those texts
Okay.
are just like so you guys.
But now here's what's
We'll
funny.
message you direct like it's an email. Ever wonder why your prenatal vitamin stays the same when your body changes so much during pregnancy? You guys, Parallel is the first OBGYN founded vitamin company. Each vitamin pack contains a comprehensive doctor-formulated routine. No need for separate bottles. It's truly the best. They're like a little package. You can throw them in your bag if you're traveling. Take them with you on the go. And here's the thing. There's stage-specific nutrition that changes with you from conception through postpartum. Clean Label Project certified, tested for over 400 contaminants, including heavy metals, which is like the most important thing, and they're made with bioavailable ingredients your body can actually absorb. So, exclusive for our listeners, new customers can enjoy 20% off their first order with code 2parents. Visit parallelhealth.com. That's PERELELHEALTH.com with code 2parents for 20% off your first order.
Here's this is actually amazing. Okay, the next text in this group chat is January 1st.
Okay.
Okay, so
So this was November.
November 4th was the first date
We met.
we met.
So Anna
Okay.
probably sent this. I don't know.
Anna sent us this text like a month before that. So this text, January 1st, says, I write a text and I go, hi, following up here. And you go, the date went well, it hasn't ended yet.
January 1st.
Oh, she said following up.
I said, hi, following up here.
Oh.
And Alex said, the date went well, it hasn't.
So that was 2 months later. It
Got
hasn't
it.
ended
It
yet.
hasn't ended yet.
So that's how we met. So I guess the new listeners probably don't know what.
And then this is great. Then there's some funny banter. Then she texts us and says, "Sneaky Bev at 5:30 or 6 p.m. today." This is like a couple weeks gone by. I go, "We were en route back to LA. And ... she's pregnant." And she goes,
Anna's phone went, huh?
"Beg your pardon, could someone give me a call?"
Beg your pardon.
And then I said, "Do we have to tattoo Anna's name on our child because this is all her doing?"
En route back to LA, ... Just beg your pardon, someone call.
Okay. So,
How about that?
and there's actually some good consistent banter through. So that was,
I mean,
that was
Anna
fun.
came and visited us last month when she was here for F1. Like, and we see her at, what's that event called? Expo West. Like, you see her at things because they're in the same industry-ish, adjacent.
Yeah. She's a venture capitalist.
Oh, my gum. Oh, hold on. Brutal. I hate when I swallow it because, they say it takes 7 years to digest.
So that was How Did We Meet?
Okay, but hold on. Then, so we had an 2-hour FaceTime.
After you canceled on our first date.
I canceled on our first date. And then the ball was in my court, which I did a very good job of dribbling the ball that was in my court and bouncing it back to you. And so then Harrison came back to New York and we had another date. But before he came, we had a 2-hour FaceTime.
I believe it was 4 hours.
Could have been a 4-hour FaceTime. And it was like, we did not stop talking. It was so much fun. Like, it was such a fun FaceTime. Then, so that was a Thursday night. And he was flying to New York, allegedly, Friday. And
Yep.
so I was like, hey, do you want to hang out on Friday? And he was like, no, because he wasn't in New York yet. He flew in Saturday morning.
It was also one of the, I don't know if you told us before, one of the craziest moves that we had a date planned for Saturday. And she texted me the day before the first date asking me if I wanted to go to an event with her.
Well, I didn't know if he wanted to go to the event with me.
It was just like curveball. The other thing that went through my head on that, saying no to that event, is like, I thought it was very important after that first FaceTime that we got like good quality time together. And at an event, that wouldn't have been possible.
Very true.
And so, like, I love going to events with you, but I love going to events with you now
know
that
me.
now that I know you.
Yeah. So he came into town. I cannot explain to you it makes me smile recounting our first date. So we go on the first date and he says to me, would you like me to pick you up in my Uber or do you want to meet me at the dinner? I opted, because he was at the hotel down the street, I said, pick me up on your way to dinner. So he picks me up on the way to dinner. We go to Overstory. So we go to this like rooftop in New York. We have drinks and appetizers. We had tater tots, best tater tots of my life.
Where I think Tate's name came from.
So he had told me for the date, dress comfy. So I dressed comfy but cute. Then we go downstairs and he says, okay, next thing we're doing is we're going to the Balloon Museum. He had the next Uber outside waiting. So logistically, it was very good. So we get in the car, we go to the Balloon Museum. The Balloon Museum in New York City is incredible. It's in Tribeca. We went on a Saturday night, so there wasn't like a lot of kids there. It was a lot of dates.
And we did the last slot possible. So that way it was as empty as can be.
It was magical. Because the Balloon Museum, like we went here in Austin, it's not the one in New York. It was awesome.
Agreed.
Risky to go to a museum that's like traveling. It was a 10 out of 10. So we leave the Balloon Museum and he says, okay, now we're going to go to dinner and you've got 2 options. Breakfast for dinner, which if you know me is a slam dunk of an option, or a burger, au cheval. I chose the burger because I knew the vibes would be better at that restaurant. So we had reservations at both, and we went to Au Cheval and had a 2-hour great dinner. And then we went to like 7 bars on the way home because we just were like, this is fun. So we just kept bebopping around. We had a great time. We didn't stop talking.
Yeah, nailed it. And that date never ended.
Never ended. We had such a fun time. The next day, he took me to get sushi. We went to Lure Fish Bar in New York. We had Aperol spritzes and crispy tuna rice. Walked around the city, got coffees. Walked into shops. Well, we had a great time.
Tried on a jacket on the street.
I have a photo of that.
For dinner that night, it was the first restaurant that you chose.
Harrison hated it.
And, well, I mean, what a swing and a miss that place was.
I love it. I still love it. I can't think of the name of it.
Well, we wouldn't want to say it.
But now I want to know.
It was right by your house.
It is dairy-free pizza.
Oh.
Yeah. Jill's like, no. Anyways, it was a blast. It was great. So the rest is history. Here we are. Here we sit in Austin, Texas with one kid and one on the way.
November 4th, nothing was the same.
So maybe we get married on that date. Maybe we don't. So timeline-wise, though, I guess if you're a new listener, we just had our 2-year anniversary. So
Yes.
you can kind of do the math, right? We met November 4th. I got pregnant 2.5 months later. We moved to Austin when I was 7.5 months pregnant.
Yep.
So then we had Tate in September. Here we sit. We love it here.
I think the best decision we've made in our relationship, not this is a question, but the best decision we made in a relationship, other than committing to each other and having a beautiful child and many more to come, was our move to Austin.
I totally agree. I
was driving today, and I was driving down South Congress Street, and I just had such pride in the city. I was like, I defend this city. I'm proud of this city.
Well, we have so much fun here. We see so many people we know. People love to do things. Like, the city's a blast. There's a lot going on. It's very family friendly.
Yeah, I just like what it's about. Like I
People are doing
what did I
stuff.
see? I saw something like someone wearing like a, maybe it was like, why? Oh, I think I was thinking about like, why do I support UT? And like, why do I wear, I guess I haven't on the podcast yet, but like, why do I wear like Texas hats, UT hats? Because I support the city. I stand for what the city stands for and the people here.
Totally.
What
And
are we looking at, Jules?
Well, I can't find it, but someone just DM'd us this morning and said, you guys speak so highly of Austin. What's your favorite thing to do there? So maybe we could give like one top recommendation.
What makes Austin is the people.
tons of transplants, entrepreneur transplants that have this mindset that's awesome.
It's the best people. I would say our last Fridays, if you were to look at the last 10 Fridays that we have been in Austin, I would say 9 of them we have had a barbecue at someone or ours house.
That's what we're doing today. We're going to Taylor's house. The families will sit there. We'll watch football. The kids will play.
And not always going to the same people. Like, it is an open door city.
Here's what they're asking for, actually.
Yeah.
They would like to visit because you guys speak so highly of Austin. And
Okay.
they're wondering where they should stay and what number 1 restaurant they should go to.
Okay.
So they should
Can I
stay
get-
at the Line Hotel.
I mean, easy. Done.
It's the best location.
Yeah.
The number one,
Can we give some other options of hotels?
Yes.
the Austin Motel.
Austin Motel is incredible.
Incredible. The Proper's great. That's the most expensive one, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
But the Line and the Austin Motel are fabulous.
Yeah. Carpenter Hotel,
Great.
very good. Hotel Magdalena.
I was going to say that one.
Yeah.
I think that important to note, like all of these are great. You can book at the Soho House here as well, and then you have access to the Soho House pool and facilities. But
You don't have to be a member.
You want to stay on South Congress or downtown close to the Line, and then the Carpenter has a sneaky good location, and then another fancy one I think is that Hotel Lauren, which is close to the Carpenter.
Everywhere you look right now, people are talking about weight loss medications. It's the buzz at brunch, your group chats, and even the doctor's office. But how do you know if weight loss medications are right for you? Enter Hers. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to the weight loss treatment plans for every budget. They connect you with the medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option for you. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and access to 24/7 online support at no additional cost. No hidden fees and no membership fees, you guys. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time for you to find the best option that works for you through Hers. Whether you want to lose weight, grow thicker, fuller hair, or find relief for anxiety, Hers has you covered. Visit forhers.com/2parents to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you That's FORHERS.com/2parents. forhers.com/2parents. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded drug products are not approved or evaluated for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased.
And give us one restaurant each.
Okay.
Okay, so this is something that I think if you can do, it's cool to do. Rent a boat and go to ski shores, I think is one of the coolest things this city has to offer.
Finding a way to get on a boat.
Rent a boat. There's a lot of ways to rent a boat.
Yeah. But you're going to need a big group of people.
Or not. Just go the two of you.
It gets expensive if you're just doing that for two.
I was just looking, there is a boat shuttle to ski shores.
Okay.
That you pay, I don't know, $20 for a ticket.
Bingo.
Yeah.
What?
Huge.
I saw
Do
it
that.
when I was looking to rent a boat.
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's what you do.
That's 100%. So here's how I'd lay it out. I would say Friday night, you started off, you go to Matt's El Rancho. It's a classic.
Or La Piscina.
People may sit there and say, it's so cliche or this or that. It's a classic. It's how you start the weekend.
And the food's good.
And it's just I'm in Texas.
I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
The vibe is fun. Then Saturday, I think if there's a UT game, you plan your day around the UT game.
Or go to the bars to watch the game, at least. Hit 6th Street.
Chalmers is a very cool bar. Then either on the Saturday or Sunday, different day, get on the lake. That boat to ski shore sounds amazing, but getting out to ski shores, very, very cool. Check out one of the Swedish Ale coffee shops when you're here. They're awesome. Cruise East Austin.
South Congress. You got to walk South Congress.
Walk South Congress, shop on South Congress, but kind of cruise and bar hop in East Austin. Saturday, I would do a nicer dinner.
I would go to La Piscina, J. Carver, or Sammy's.
Why are we shaking our head?
I'm stopping myself because I don't want to dunk on your guys' special place.
You think Sammy's overrated?
Yeah.
I actually think it's the most accurately rated place on the planet.
No,
What's the
compared
problem
to
with it?
any average Italian place in New York.
But I think the
isn't New
vibe.
York.
But I think that's the thing. On a Tuesday, it's crowded. It's got the old school vibe.
So I stopped myself.
What is a better special occasion restaurant in Austin?
I don't know. But I went for my friend's birthday and I was underwhelmed.
Okay.
Because all I've been hearing about.
Agree to disagree.
Sammy's
Agree to
bad.
disagree.
I'm floored.
But yes, love J. Carver's, Sammy's,
La Piscina.
La Piscina. I would
La Piscina's fun.
Suerte.
Yeah. Not special occasion, though.
No. But we're talking the Saturday night of these people's trip.
Yeah, Suerte's great for that.
And you must.
Clark's, hello.
Oh, Clark's, 100%. But above all, you got to go to Terry Black's.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go to Terry Black's.
Barbecue.
Whether it's the Saturday noon or the Sunday noon, you got to go.
This is the language that he said. The Saturday noon, the Friday, Saturday at noon or around noon on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Bars on West 6, fun.
Oh, I thought he was
Oh,
saying
walk the lake. You got to walk the lake.
Oh, yeah, you got to walk the lake in the morning.
You got to walk the lake.
Get up, get a coffee, walk the lake.
And end up at Veracruz Tacos at the Line Hotel. And
you should just stay there.
After you get your Veracruz Tacos at the Line Hotel, go to Alfred and get a Frank's latte.
Bingo.
Okay, so Carly.
Come
Shout
to
out
Austin.
Carly.
Sorry, there's your answer. It was long-winded.
Chances are, if you follow that, you will run into us as well.
Yeah, you'll run into us and you'll love Austin. You'll be like, can I move here?
Yeah. Not that you do that to run it. I take that back.
Well, no, he's just saying we hit all these spots.
That is our circuit.
Yeah, that's our circuit. Okay, who brought up having a kid? I was reading that in my brain. Sorry, that wasn't a very good way to read that.
Okay.
Number 2, who brought up having a kid?
So, you, me?
You.
Okay. I would be curious what your take on this would be versus how I remember it.
Well, I'll just say overarchingly you.
Wow. I would say conversational.
Okay.
So
it was definitely conversational because we were going to get married in Vegas. We were going to elope to Vegas because I was there in December.
Exactly.
And then we didn't. And then the conversation, I think, definitely turned to, okay, it could take us a year to get pregnant. Let's start trying because, we knew we were in the game. One thing you have to realize context-wise is Harrison and I were both out of long relationships beforehand. And when we met each other, we were like, we had so much context of what we wanted. And so we just like knew, it was like when you know, you know. I would call it love at first sight.
100%.
And so then we're holding hands. And then he said, I think you started the combo though.
So
and hey, you know what?
As I'm thinking on this.
As you should.
As I'm thinking on this, here is the general timeline of how I believe it played out. I think that throughout our just like moments of hanging out and talking, there's a lot of like, what do you, I want to have kids and I want to have kids with you. Right.
Yeah.
And so I think
somebody probably said that after like 3 glasses of wine first. I would imagine. Let's just be like completely honest. It wasn't like.
So, but then in terms of the actual like timeline, it was after Vegas, because after Vegas, that's when we said, you know what? How fun would it be to get married in
Paris in July?
Paris around your birthday, and that is what parlayed the conversation into. Well. I'm sure I asked, how do you think kids would fit into that timeline? And I believe you said the ideal time to get pregnant would then be in December of that year. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yep.
So like 6 months after the wedding.
Harrison's a lot more...
and then I was like, okay, well, if it takes a year, for most people, a lot of people to get pregnant, then, probably makes sense to start trying now. Jules? I'm getting a smirk over there.
No, just like you guys are so literal.
No, Harrison is so
you
literal.
heard, it takes a year to get pregnant, and so like let's start trying now.
I'm not so literal. Harrison is so literal. You would ask the question, how do kids fit into that equation? Okay, let's back into that. I just like wouldn't even think about it. And then we had Bubs.
And here we are.
Here's Bubs. So yeah, I think Harrison brought it up first.
Or it came up first over a few glasses of wine, and then I would have pushed the more formal conversation.
Yes, you pushed the more formal conversation. We were on the exact same page, and...
That's when I made you sign your commitment to
he did.
The child.
Yep. We're kidding. Sometimes people, I don't think, get it. You guys don't get our sense of humor. Okay, number 3. Do you deal with resentment? If so, how do you handle it? You're better at resentment than I am, so you go.
I think that I don't know what I think right now, so let me think about what I think.
Well, you write your resentment down. I think it's a good policy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I think with me...
He often comes into the room with his notes app.
When I start feeling resentment, my core priority is not letting that resentment build. And so what I do is I write down why I'm feeling resentful. And what that allows me to do is like look at it and be like, does this make sense? Mm-hmm. Is there merit to the way I'm feeling? Or like, do I just need a reframing of my mindset? And if it does land when I read it back to myself, then I go to you and I say, hey, I'm feeling resentful, and here's why I'm feeling resentful. Or not even just resentful. I'm, unhappy about something, or I'm mad about something. And yeah, I just find it makes sense to write it down.
It's oftentimes I feel
communicate it and not let it build.
Yes.
And that way, by not letting it build, we nip it in the butt before, real resentment shows up.
Yeah, because I think the biggest mistake you can make is letting it build and then explode.
And I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of about our relationship is our ability to have tough conversations and not just sweep things under the rug.
Well, you've really taught me that your ability to have tough conversations has. I was actually pretty good at it, but you're far better, far and away better. Oh, you're very in tune with your feelings.
Disagree.
You're very in tune with your feelings.
You are.
I'm not so much. I just am kind of like, I don't know. Sure, maybe. Okay.
Don't undermine yourself like that.
No, I'm not. But
you're very in touch with your feelings.
No, I like the way that I am. I'm not so in touch with my feelings.
You're the best, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
Can we talk about the phrase "nip it in the bud"?
Is it? Yeah, I think it's bud, right, with a D. Yeah, not butt, honey.
What? Yeah. It's not nip it in the butt?
No, it's the bud.
You nip it in the butt.
No.
It's in the bud.
Nip it in the bud.
That's the problem with me losing my phone privileges here is Jules has the power of Google, and I just sit here and...
And why have you lost your phone privileges? Let's talk about that. Because you abused them.
The audience barely knows that.
That he doesn't get phone privileges?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Harrison
my
does
phone's
not get...
sitting right there.
Harrison can't multitask. And what he does is he picks up his phone in the middle of the episode. He gets on his email. And then we've lost him for 5 minutes. And I can't remember my train of thought. So he doesn't have phone privileges during the episode. For the betterment of everybody.
Okay.
And so the bud is like the source. Like
It's the bud of the flower.
bud of the flower.
Nip it in the bud.
Practice.
It's the same thing. Play it by ear versus play it by ear. I thought it was play it by ear forever.
I think it's ear.
It is. It's
definitely
ear
ear.
because it's a music term.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely ear.
Yeah.
Thursday conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Huh?
How do you make a partner recognize the mental load? I will take this one. So I think the first thing is identifying the mental load, which we didn't know it existed.
Yeah, it's a super helpful thing to define and know that like it exists because we knew that we had the feeling of it existing but didn't know how to
Name it. At this stage of my life, you guys, especially being pregnant, I'm really focusing on the quality of my sleep. And for me, that includes what I wear to bed. Skims has the best pajamas, you guys. I literally feel like I sleep better when I have good fabrics that I'm wearing. It's a tale as old as time. I look cute and I feel so comfortable. Also, you guys have got to look at their new holiday collection they just dropped. The prints are so cute and they've got women's, men's, kids, and even pets. So you can get a set for the whole entire family. So shop my favorite pajamas at skims.com. Also, I'm wearing the Skims bra right now. I swear by everything that they make. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. That's skims.com and be sure to select our podcast in the survey that follows. That's skims.com and be sure to select our podcast in the survey that follows. And then we had Dr. Cutlip on the show and she taught us about the mental load. The mental load is all the things that occupy your brain that you take care of. For example, paying the bills, taking out the trash, handling the bottles, handling the food, all these things. And I think when parenting arises, the mental load enhances or doubles, okay? So the way that we handle the mental load or how you have your partner help you on the mental load is number one, name it the mental load. So then it becomes you two versus the mental load, not you versus each other. So a phenomenal example of the mental load in our relationship is right now, I'm on food duty. I'm on grocery duty because I'm picky about the groceries. But number two, part of my mental load is, do we have stuff to feed Tate? But in Harrison's mental load is he's doing morning duty with Tate every single morning. But an example of the mental load kind of pass off is there was one morning this week where Tate had been getting up. The time change was killing us. So there were some 4:45s, some 5:15s. And he said, hey, I need to sleep in tomorrow. Do you think you can do it if you feel okay? I was like, absolutely. So I was on Tate duty that morning and I knew it, but that doesn't mean it left Harrison's mental load.
No, but it reduced my mental load. And I think that that one of the things that I think has allowed us both to manage our mental loads very well is recognizing what is on the other person's mental load. And that way we can play into it. And so like when you need like the food, for example, when you need me to go to the store and get stuff, or when I need help with Tate in the mornings or at night.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, obviously we're always trying to, make our relationship better and improve it as happy as we are. And I just want to put a caveat in, like, our relationship definitely isn't perfect.
No,
but I do think
we're
we
human.
do some things right. And I think that our approach to reducing our other partner's mental load is quite good, but that all starts with knowing what it is.
You have, yes, naming the mental load. We each have a mental load.
Okay, I also meant by knowing what's on your partner's mental load.
Oh, well, you did a good job after Dr. Cutlip explained the mental load to us, which it's a term a lot of people know. I don't know how you and I didn't know it. But once we learned about the mental load, we got back, because we interviewed her in Orange County, we got back to Austin, and I was doing something, and you said, oh, so that's something that sits in your mental load. And I was like, yes, that sits in my mental load. And so we just started naming things. Well, let me ask you this, because I got logged out of all bank accounts And you know me, I haven't logged back in. I locked myself out of my Venmo. It's an old email. Do you now see how many people I pay? Because I've been having to text Harrison, hey, pay this Zelle account this much money. Venmo this babysitter this much money.
Absolutely. And you pay a lot of people. And I hope that you can appreciate the other side of that mental load of managing the finances of the family.
I do appreciate it because I have no idea how it's going. But one thing that's happening in my mental load right now is I don't know if you've paid the people I've texted you about.
Yeah, the way I typically work is if it's via text message, I'll deal with it at the end of the day.
Oh, that just stresses me out. Because the way I work is if I send it off, it leaves my brain.
Yeah, everything just builds up.
Yeah, just, man. Okay, mental load. All right. How do you handle parenting style disagreements? So we haven't had many yet. I would say
because I don't think there's that many to make in the first year of one's life.
So we don't have too many disagreements yet because Bubs, she's 13 months old. And so we've just been in sync so far. We're going to have them, right? But one area that we've decided is one no is a no. So if one parent decides that's a no, it's a no. For example, the other day, you can open our pantry and pull out like the popcorn and things like that. And Bubs was over there doing it, and Harrison walked up the stairs, and he was like, oh, I told her no, she can't go in there. And I was like, then it's a no. So I went and I picked her up. I closed the cabinets, and I was like, no, Bubs. So now I know pantry's a no zone. Because it would also do her a disservice if you said no, but I said yes.
Yeah.
Like, we can't start the pit mom versus dad early. So it's just like, at the neighbor's house, she can't open the fridge, and that's a no.
But do you know why the pantry's a no?
Well, I've learned that she can open the saltines and get those.
Because she
steps on them.
She's figured out how to open the food.
Yeah.
And so she can get exposed to choking hazard food.
Okay, well, that's not. I mean, I saw her open the saltines.
But
and she was walking
with the
around
popcorn bags, if she'll crush the bag, the air will go out, so she could get potentially. So we just can't let her near it.
Well, let's lock the pantry. We have one more of those locks.
We have a bunch of those locks.
Let's lock it.
Another thing that I think we've been doing well, which has led to us not having any parenting disagreements so far, is whoever takes the lead in a specific subject area, the other person really trusts it. Mm-hmm. And so I think a great example of that is sleep, where you've read several things on sleep. And so when it comes to how we're doing her naps and how we're doing her bedtime, we're following what you're saying. And anytime I question you on it, you have a lot of there's just a lot of I don't know, data, research, examples, knowledge. Thank you.
Well, Harrison, for example, Harrison the other day was like, let's just put her to bed an hour later. She'll wake up an hour later. And I was like, no, that's not how it works. But we wouldn't know that unless I had talked to people or read that's not the way it works. So I was like, no, actually, the earlier we put her to bed, the longer she will sleep. Yeah. So last night she went to bed at 7. She got up at 6:30. Yeah. Bingo.
And then on the flip side,
the nap today, Harrison's like, we got to cut the nap short. I'm like, nope, we're good on the nap. The nap can be the 2 hours.
Yep. And then an area where I'll take the lead is on the food. Not ordering of the food, but what type of food she should be eating and how and when.
Well, I just have to give you so many kudos on the food thing because I don't know what my kid would eat if it weren't for you, but I really care about what I eat. Not so much when I'm pregnant at all, but when I'm not pregnant, food affects the way I feel. And so she's such a little body, you pointing that out to me made such a big difference.
Well, right back at you for sleep and many other things.
Thank you. Okay. It's not a compliment party. We're going to move on.
No, but you always deserve your flowers.
So do you. We need new flowers.
Yeah. That is a Bicker of the week. You think
you
flowers.
Love flowers.
I love flowers. I think the house should always have flowers when you walk in. The Bicker is I think the flowers have a longer shelf life than you do.
Well, no, when they're dead, they're dead. It's not, you don't dispute
it. You think they're dead before they're dead.
No, because they are dead.
They're going into the old folks' home and you're being like, all right, send them to the cemetery. And I'm like, no, they literally are going to the old folks' home.
A lot of people say, don't send me to the old folks' home, just...
You don't send your flower to the old folks' home. You don't.
I
don't.
I don't. But I
Like
do.
the first like petal just like curls. Oh, gone.
Oh, I do wish that we went to the old folks' home on Halloween though. I did. I read something that
What?
said, "Oh, I read that if you take your kids when they're dressed up to trick or treat," and I wanted to do it.
That's a thing. I love that.
I know. Okay, maybe we could do it on Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Oh, I'd love to do. I'd love to bring Bubs and
Winnie.
Winnie and go hang at the old folks home.
Yeah, and let them run around. I think it would just be so sweet. So I do.
And they like want them to come and stuff.
People want them to come.
I'm confused.
The old folks.
Oh, they would love it. They welcome it.
But is there like a plan? I'm confused.
No. You can just. There's visiting hours.
Jules, help me here. Are you lost? Because I'm lost.
No, I'm not lost. Like, I understand Halloween. Yeah, like maybe they open it up. Kids
Go visit.
can come and trick or treat.
It was a
Like
thing
it's
on
open
Instagram.
visitors if you don't know anyone there.
Yeah.
Jules, help me.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been to an old folks home.
Oh.
Are we still allowed to call them old folks homes?
Probably not.
What do you call them now? Assisted living?
Senior center?
Senior center's good.
I like old folks home more.
Okay, number 6. How difficult is it to pretend things are fine for the internet / the podcast recordings? I actually love this question because I think you set the precedent on this. That
For sure.
yeah, for sure. Do you want to say it? That we will never record
Yeah.
if Harrison and I are in a disagreement or if our relationship is not in a good place. Like you will not do it. And it happened whenever we were doing, and it came up whenever we started this podcast together and you were like, okay, I'm in on doing the podcast, but here's the thing. We are never going to record and go in there and fake it if we aren't in a good place.
Yeah, I want it to be reflective of what's actually going on in our lives, and I don't want to fake it. And now as it comes out of our mouth, it sounds like it's like you want it to fake it, and that wasn't it at all. But it was always, we need to make sure that everything is taken care of at home, and all is good on the home front. And then once things are good on the home front, any outstanding disagreement is settled, then let's record with our honest day to day.
Well, and I think it's encouraged us to have a lot of love and honesty on here. But the other thing is, it's not that, I wouldn't want to come on here and fake it. But if we were coming on here to talk about what we're feeding Bubs, I do view it as a job. So I could sit here and have that conversation with you, but it would be a little bit more tense.
Okay. I totally see what you're saying there.
I love the precedent you set. And I think that there's plenty of times where we'll step outside for 5 minutes and just like we did it earlier, we just gave each other a hug.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like crazy stuff, but today was just it was a high stress morning, and it felt like you and I just needed 5 minutes to breathe, work through the one or two things on one another's mind, and then we can sit here and be present. But
you always say nothing's more important than our relationship.
100% on what's happening under our roof, and but I want to hit the nail on the head with the question. So what was the exact question?
Well, how difficult is it to pretend things are fine? We don't pretend.
We'll want to work through anything before we record, and I think that ultimately that's what will allow us to do this for the next 20 years.
I completely agree.
And I think
it's a very healthy boundary.
But I don't want that also to say we don't have fights. We fight. We have disagreements. Yeah. But we settle them before we record.
And as far as the internet and things like that, I think you have to remember, when I make a video or when you make a video, it's 60 seconds of our day, right? So if we're having a disagreement, we're never let's make a video and fake it. We don't video during our disagreements. We solve them because, again, nothing is more important than the home front. So, but we have the majority of our days are spent laughing, giggling, loving, and so that's when we make content, because content has to come naturally. And so you're not even thinking about, if Harrison and I are having a disagreement, I'm not thinking, oh, what video do I make? Because that's just not. Mm-hmm. So we don't fake it. That's the answer. It's a great question, though. I love that somebody asked it. You guys, it's cozy season, and boy, do I have something for you, especially if you are shopping for a gift. Enter Cozy Earth, specifically the Bubble Cuddle Blanket. Harrison, what do we have in the basement, in the man cave? We've got the Bubble Cuddle Blanket that I use every time we are down there. It's the ultimate holiday gift for cozy moments. The Bubble Cuddle Blanket combines comfort and style, and its distinctively textured bubble design and ultra soft faux fur feel. You guys, it features an extended pile of plush and mid-weight construction. It is perfect for snuggling by a fire. It is perfect for snuggling in the basement, and it is the perfect gift for anyone that you don't know what to get a gift for. Get them this blanket. They will absolutely love it, especially someone that's hard to shop for on the holidays. This is your slam dunk. So Black Friday has come early at Cozy Earth. Right now, you can stack our code 2parents right on top of their site-wide sale, giving you up to 40% off in savings. That's CozyEarth.com, code 2parents for up to 40% off in savings. These deals won't last, so start your holiday shopping today. Get it over with. And if you get the post-purchase survey, be sure to mention you heard about Cozy Earth right here. Okay, what are the 3 easiest things to be a better dad/partner? How about that?
The 3 easiest things.
Easiest might not be the right word,
Yeah.
but 3 things that you do that you think.
I'm always, every day I want to wake up and be a great partner and be a great father and improve on myself.
Okay.
So I think it's a never-ending goal.
Let me give you this caveat. So Harrison's not perfect at this by any means, but I think you do a pretty good job. So why don't you give us 3 things that you have found helpful?
Okay.
That you would want somebody else to give you 3 things.
Yeah, I get
so
awkward with all this stuff.
I know, but just give 3 things that you see work, and then pretend all the other dads are going to give you some.
Okay. Yes, because I would love to know what works for other people.
Yeah.
So number 1 is the importance of family time.
Okay.
And so creating special family moments, both in and outside of the house. And whether that's walking around the lake or going on the boat to ski shores or going on trips, really cooking big rib feasts for you and Bob, creating special memories that will live for years ahead and doing them consistently.
So let me build on this a little bit. Mealtime's a big one for Harrison. He makes meals Bubs and I can both eat, and we sit down around meals are experiences for him. But one mentality that I love that you don't have is you don't start your week thinking, how often am I going to be away from them? When can I go golf? When can I go out with the boys? That's never ever on your mind. This weekend, like you are golfing, of course you do those things, but you very much so build your week around when's my family time in here.
Totally.
And then you go from there.
And then that next layer is supplemental once we 100%. Number 2 is the importance of one-on-one time. And that's one-on-one time both with you and your partner as well as with your kid. So
which gives me alone time.
I love having one-on-one time with you. I love, whether it's how our anniversary just went or date nights, which I want a heck of a lot more of.
I know. Sorry, I'm in bed a lot.
But I love my one-on-one time with Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And the go-to is obviously taking her to the coffee shop and walks, but bonding with her and both you one-on-one, I think is very important.
We both get dad time.
Yeah. The third is remembering how much more your wife or partner is dealing with than you are. And they are dealing with things that you physically can't deal with. From pregnancy through postpartum, the physical side of things, the hormonal side of things.
The mental, the anxiety.
Really looking at things, really having a ton of empathy for them. And recognizing the role that I need to play to be as supportive of a partner as I can. I wake up every day with the mindset of what can I do to make your day the best day possible.
I don't want to discredit, because dads juggle a lot, but you do have a point, we are going through things that you guys don't understand physically and mentally.
Yeah, totally. And the last bucket to it all, the bonus one, is like I think I'm the best dad and partner when I'm most present. And in order for me to be most present, I need to have my ducks in a row when it comes to the physical and mental health. When it comes to my physical and mental health, when it comes to what's going on with my career, when it comes to my community. So I do think that I'm also the best partner and dad when I like have everything else in order, which is kind of weird to say.
No, you're dialed though. You are dialed when you're working out.
Yeah.
When work for you is taken care of, I notice is a big one.
Yeah. And it's not work going well.
No.
It's work being organized.
Yeah, you can be having a bad day at work and it doesn't affect you. But when you are up on your emails, you're talking to people, when your work's not falling behind,
Our
that's
strategy is dialed in.
Yeah. So I think your physical when you're eating well. And like I gotta call this out too. These non-alc beers for you,
Huge.
they're a huge one.
Huge. Athletic beers are the best.
How's the Bureau?
I haven't had them yet.
Beer zero.
They just look a little heavy for me.
But try them
But
and see.
I do want to say, like, I by no means think like I'm far from the perfect.
It's just your
dad or
advice.
partner.
Everybody's allowed to give
Yes,
advice.
but these are some of the things that I think I do. This is what I guess I'm being awkward.
You do a fabulous job here.
These are some of the things that I take pride in when I am,
They work for you.
being the best dad and partner I can be.
Well, you've got the whole team on your back right now, and you're doing a phenomenal
You
job.
have the whole team on your back. You got steps.
No, I've got one in the belly. You've got the rest of us on your back. Okay, what's an example of person A versus person B? So this is a callback to last week's episode where we were discussing our communication styles. And we were saying one thing, I was saying one thing that Harrison brought into the equation that's been very helpful is instead of it being like me versus him, or when we're having a disagreement, he'll step us out of it and he'll say, okay, person A is saying, I don't feel heard. Person B is saying, I don't care. Like he'll put us in person A, person B. It feels a lot less personal. So somebody was saying, can you give us an example of this? And the best example that we can give, because we were thinking about this earlier, is one that actually happened a few weeks ago. Harrison was up.
I don't know what you're going to say right now.
What? Oh, I thought of an example. So Harrison had cooked Bubs a meal, me a meal, and then me another meal, actually, because I requested eggs. It was a Friday night. So he had cooked everything, took care of Bubs, put Bubs to bed. I was in bed the whole time. The next morning, he had gotten up with Bubs. I came downstairs. I hate this. And I was like, the kitchen's messy. Like, whoa, we got to like dial in the kitchen. I was overwhelmed because I don't feel good enough to like clean up the kitchen right now. So it's like actually really bothering me is where it comes from internally. Because I spend a lot of time in bed and I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. And I also can't keep things clean. However, to Harrison, I had just slapped him in the face about 700 times. So he said, person A cooked all last night, put the baby to bed, and woke up with the baby. And person B came downstairs, and the first thing out of her mouth was, wow, the kitchen's messy, not, hey, I know you've got a lot going on right now. Him putting it like that, I was mortified because I was like, my perspective needs to change.
I think this is a little extreme. Okay.
Okay.
I think that it was yes, you came down and
I made some comment about the kitchen.
You complained about the kitchen.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's
and
messy.
I wasn't asking for like a ton of praise. I was saying,
Of course not.
I was saying person A cooked and cooked last night and was cooking this morning, and person B came down and
Found the negative.
and complained about the kitchen. Versus what would have been great is if person B walked down and just said, hey, thank you. Like, I realize like you did the cooking last night and this morning, and when you get the chance, would love if you could put the dishes in the sink.
Like, no.
But it is. That's what
you
it
don't
was.
even need to put the dishes in the sink. But like, yeah, I get it.
No. The dishes were in the sink.
Yeah, I'm just
Put
saying,
them in
like,
the
oh my
dishwasher.
gosh, Harrison, you have enough going on. I think no.
But it wasn't, no, because I do think like I should be doing those things, right? And I have no problem with cleaning the kitchen. That wasn't the problem. The problem was how it was delivered.
But here's the thing. Do you know what? I know you're thinking that this response is in favor of you, but do you know what you did for me? Because I can't explain it, but when you go downstairs, I truly did see the messy kitchen and I felt overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't even feel good enough to get that solved. And it's just like, ugh. But when you put it that way, I was like, you shifted my perspective and you gave me a lot of relief. Like my serotonin and my dopamine just like shifted and I was like, oh my gosh, like thank you so much. Like you did a lot for me too.
Yes. I don't want it to be like I was like begging for like praise. It
Not
wasn't.
coming off like that.
And I think what you're saying is that like just putting it in person A, person B language allows you to look at a situation more objectively.
Yes.
Yes.
And remove yourself from the situation.
Yes. You remove any ego. You remove any, like I was struggling because I didn't feel like I could do it. And like you remove that and you just say like, oh my gosh, yes, person A, person B, objectively looking at this, no problem. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, moving right along. The last question. What is something you used to think mattered in a relationship and now doesn't? Okay, it's something about how they say the most important person is who you have kids with. Like, I don't think I used to know that any of those qualities matter. Can you help me, like, can you take this further?
I don't...
It's not. This is the thing. I don't have the opposite of it.
Do you think it's
Here's what it is. I think that I used to think and look at relationships through a potential checklist, and when I ultimately found love is when I just trusted my gut and my feelings.
Love that. Okay, yes, we used to think it needed to be a certain resume.
Yeah.
He needed to do X. He needed to look like Y. He needed to be from here. Do these things like that. This is specifically, I think a big one on the checklist is the job.
Yeah. And it's not that like you're actually far off of what that ideal
we've said
resume
before, you
would have
dated
been.
very smart gals from the Ivy Leagues.
And you are the smartest person I've ever met.
I'm street smart.
You literally, you are.
But I'm not book smart.
No, I disagree with that.
On paper, no, I'm not.
But the point that I'm trying to get at is like naturally you, funny enough, do fit into what that resume is, but like my brain wasn't going through that checklist.
Yeah, this is a tale as old as time too.
And anything that I may have thought mattered
doesn't actually matter when it
that
comes
was
to
different. The difference more than offset it.
Totally agree. Yeah, I think if you lined up my resume up against some others, you might have picked the others. But if you met us in person, you'd pick me. Mm-hmm. So that's what's different.
Every time.
Yeah. And I think that I just think it shines a light on it when you start a family together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh, of course.
I mean, I was just thinking about it earlier, like you were just like the biggest bet I ever made, And it just worked out so well because the way you are as a father is my favorite thing about you. You as a dad, like I think I texted it to you the other day, like you're my dream version of a dad.
You're my dream version of a person.
Aww.
And what a way to end it.
I was gonna say. Okay, that's it. That's the episode.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, Harrison's done. We love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thanks for listening to another episode of Two Parents in a Podcast powered by Just Media House. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, and review. Stay connected on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at Two Parents in a Pod. Welcome to our home. Sorry it's so messy. New episodes Mondays and Thursdays.